called the Southwest Chief, and it runs between Chicago and LA every day. All along the way, there are depots with old names. They have histories and claims to fame longer than the rails. Towns and cities passing by, perfect strangers waving high, desert skies and mountainsides, fields of green. In the summertime you'll feel America, riding on the Southwest Chief. I'm riding on the Southwest.
Alright, Night Train 220 here. Following up on the Santa Fe video, going to do an Amtrak Southwest Chief video. I have a few items from Amtrak, Superliner, Southwest Chief. Not a real big collector of the stuff. I do enjoy Amtrak, but it's a little newer. The drive to save things is not quite there, although I am trying to build a collection at this point. Some of this stuff I actually have bought. Some of it I've just had from when I was younger and such. That all aboard I did buy. The Welcome Aboard with the Superliner on it, that I had from when I was a kid. This like travel agent brochure I got from when I was a kid. You can see by the design of the seats and stuff. This is probably from the early 80s. I'm sure there's people who have a lot more knowledge about all this information. Pretty interesting booklet. Here's the lounge car. My favorite place to hang around. Put me in a lounge car with a cup of coffee and I'm good to go. Here's the diner. You can see the old seat designs and stuff. That's probably when they used real china and really cooked. Fortunately, that seems to have been a thing of the past and gets further and further from being current activity. Southwest Chief still does have full dining room service, although it's abbreviated. Overall, the food is pretty good. The long distance trains, if you follow Amtrak, you know some routes have like heat and eat, others do have real dinner service and such. The West Coast trains still have basically dinner service, which is good. There's the economy bedroom, which is now called the roomette. This is the deluxe bedroom, which is basically 2 bedrooms put together. I think if you do this on a West Coast trip, it costs about $10,000. It's an exaggeration, but it would be expensive to two bedrooms like this on most trains for the whole length. Family bedroom, my favorite. Call me a snob, but I've booked it as a solo. I usually wait right before I go to do it, but I like windows on both sides. I use GPS, so it helps me to have both sides because you never know what side you're going to be on when you're trying to utilize GPS. If you're on the north side of a train and car, you won't have GPS because it has to face south. At least that's been my experience. Here's a special bedroom. Back to the family bedroom. It is like living like a king, as I say. It's like an upgrade to a suite at a hotel. Here's some travel agent brochures. You can see the PF40s, the old style engines, which probably get killed for saying it because I can't remember the name of it. This is an early picture from probably the early 70s. I bought this too. This is when it was still the Super Chief under Amtrak. That's a El Captain lounge car, skytop lounge car in that picture there. You can see it doesn't go to Topeka because at that time it was did the Ottawa cutoff, I'm going to call it. That's probably not what it's called, but that's and it avoided Topeka and Lawrence because the Texas Chief went through Topeka and Lawrence. Southwest Chief brochure, another one I bought. This is also from the early 70s. Forgive the glare. Here's some route guides. Southwest Chief. Here are the different timetables. This is from November 16. There's been a couple updates. Williams Junction is no longer a stop, and that's a big update in their schedule. I don't know if they've made really any improvements in their schedule with the Tiger Grants, but I have noticed that the train runs early to a lot of locations like La Plata and places like that, La Plata. These are just some various timetables from the 2000s. You can see I kind of got a little more into collecting things. Here's the early 2000s, 2004, 2002. The earliest individual Southwest Chief timetable I could find in my collection was from 91. I may have earlier ones, but I just don't know quite where they're at. I have system timetables and such that would have the Southwest Chief in it, but that's the earliest standalone. This is the Sightseer Lounge. As I was saying before, this is kind of my favorite car. I like to follow, just sit in it, watch the scenery go by, hear the people talk and so forth. Watch ATCS, which is a train monitoring system for basically signals. When they got rid of all the wires along the tracks, some of that information is transmitted via radio now, and you can kind of see what's going on with the train movement, which is pretty cool. Diner, and then there's the sleeper car, and that is upstairs. You got bedrooms and roomettes. Downstairs you have a few more roomettes, the family bedroom and the handicap bedroom. And that's my little overview of Amtrak and the Southwest Chief. There's a lot of other information on it, but I'm not going to go into it in this video segment. Thank you.